In 4 years ago, I was buying REOs in the wonderful state of Arizona in Phoenix. And I was driving down the street and I could pick up just about, on any street I could pick up a dozen homes. There was signs everywhere. Opportunities were just laying at your feet. And I bought several homes then. And then about 2 years ago, started thinking, well, I need to come up with a better way to fund these, and started the process of creating a fund for that purpose. And what ended up happening, I got the fund created, went back out there to start buying some more, and poof, they disappeared. And what ended up happening was there was a flurry of investors that came in, and especially the large investors, and they started swooping up and picking up all these REOs that were on the bank's books. Well, two things happened during that time. One, there was an influx of investors, and two, the banks pretty much stopped taking them all the way through the REO stage. And the reason why, Mark sort of talked about earlier, that they did that was they no longer found it a viable solution, because they were spending millions of dollars to get something back that had a very low return. So they just decided that it's much easier to not be involved in the foreclosure process, not be involved in managing homes and fixing things up. Let's just sell them off before we have a problem. Yes, we're going to sell them for less, but we don't have to have all that management issues, and we're not in the property management business. So that's essentially what happened. The supply dried up because the investors came in, and there was also less of it available. So we came along and we said, look, we're now in the sweet spot because the banks are now pushing more notes out, and we switched our design of what we were doing with our fund, and we created the fund to specifically buy the notes, which is basically giving us the opportunity to buy that real estate. Although we don't own the real estate, we own the note on the real estate. We're actually able to take control of the property prior to it going to foreclosure or prior to it being open to the market in general.